Welcome to Key Trends Spot, your daily dose of what's hot, what's viral, and what's next. From K-pop to culture, we spot the trends so you don't miss a beat. The video began without warning, just a simple clip dropped into the online ocean, but it didn't take long before it exploded across every timeline. In the dim glow of the gym lights, Taehyung stood tall, his frame sharper than ever, the kind of presence that made silence feel heavier than sound. And then, just as if the universe had conspired to make it perfect, Jungkook appeared. From the very first second, the energy shifted. It wasn't just a gym anymore, it was a stage, and these two were its stars. Taehyung adjusted his stance, rolling his shoulders with casual grace, while Jungkook entered with that familiar mix of boyish charm and unshakable confidence. Together, they turned an ordinary workout session into a cinematic moment. Fans around the world paused. Hearts raced, screens were replayed, and conversations lit up in countless languages. This wasn't just about muscle or sweat. It was about the way they carried themselves, the story their bodies told without words. Taehyung, with his broad shoulders and elegant poise, looked like a living sculpture. His movements were deliberate, yet effortless, the kind of rhythm that spoke of discipline, but also of natural artistry. It wasn't forced, it was simply who he was. Jungkook, on the other hand, radiated raw energy. Every flex, every step, every glance into the camera felt electric. His frame had grown stronger, sharper, a reflection of years of dedication. Yet behind that power, there was still the playful spark that fans knew so well. Together they created a contrast that felt magnetic. One was steady like the earth, the other fiery like a storm. Yet instead of clashing, they harmonized, two forces that amplified each other rather than competing. The video didn't need dramatic editing or flashy music. The sound of weights clinking, the subtle thud of shoes on the gym floor, and the quiet hum of determination were enough to set the scene. It was authentic, raw, and almost too intimate. For many fans, it felt like a glimpse into a world rarely seen. The stage lights were gone, the elaborate costumes stripped away. Here, it was just two men, training, laughing, existing in their most natural form. And yet, even in simplicity, they managed to captivate millions. The comments sections quickly filled with awe. Some marveled at their physiques, others at their bond. Many admitted they couldn't decide what was more breathtaking, Taehyung's calm intensity or Jungkook's explosive charisma. There was also the undeniable chemistry between them. The way Jungkook nudged Taehyung with a grin, the way Taehyung responded with a subtle smile. It spoke of comfort, of familiarity, of years spent growing side by side. It wasn't staged, it was genuine. As the clip replayed, fans noticed the details. The way Taehyung's eyes softened when Jungkook laughed. The way Jungkook looked up to Taehyung, even if just for a brief moment. Tiny gestures that spoke louder than rehearsed lines. For a fandom that thrives on decoding every glance and gesture, this video was a treasure chest. Speculation ran wild. Were they training for something special? Was this a hint at a future project? Or was it simply a rare gift, a candid moment shared without agenda? Yet beyond the theories, there was a universal truth. Seeing them like this reminded everyone why they mattered so much. It wasn't just about fame or talent. It was about connection, the unspoken bond between artist and audience. The lighting in the video added to the allure. Shadows traced along their arms and shoulders, highlighting strength, but also vulnerability. It felt less like a gym clip and more like a painting brought to life, every frame a piece of art. For Taehyung, the gym seemed like a quiet sanctuary. His movements were unhurried, his breathing steady, almost meditative. He wasn't just working on his body, he was centering himself, grounding his presence in every motion. For Jungkook, it was pure adrenaline. He thrived on the challenge, on pushing limits. His energy filled the room, a spark that made everything feel alive. When he flexed, it wasn't just about muscle, it was about passion, the fire of someone who refuses to settle. Together, they balanced each other in ways words could barely capture. Yin and yang, stillness and motion, grace, and power, and in that balance, fans found something deeply moving.
Across the internet, hashtags trended within minutes. GIFs were made, edits created, theories born. The video had turned into a cultural moment, the kind of spark that unites millions across the globe. But perhaps the most striking part was its simplicity. No grand announcement, no orchestrated reveal, just a raw clip of two people being themselves. And yet, that was enough to shake the world. This wasn't the first time Taehyung and Jungkook had gone viral together, and it certainly wouldn't be the last. But there was something different here. Something more grounded, more real. It felt like a reminder that even without the stage, without the spotlight, their presence was powerful. Fans began writing long posts, sharing personal reflections. Some spoke about how seeing them train inspired their own fitness journeys. Others wrote about how their bond gave them comfort during difficult times. The impact went far beyond the gym walls. In the end, the video wasn't just about muscles or aesthetics. It was about resilience, growth, and the beauty of companionship. It was about how two people could stand side by side and silently tell a story that resonated with millions. As the day ended, the clip continued to circulate, embedding itself into the collective memory of the fandom. Screenshots were saved, timelines flooded, hearts warmed. It had become more than content. It had become history. And somewhere in that gym, amidst the echoes of laughter and the rhythm of determination, Taehyung and Jungkook had unknowingly created another timeless moment. A moment that proved, once again, sometimes the simplest things carry the greatest weight.